family. If you're in or near Columbia, South Carolina, you've got to visit the House of Hathor, located at 6319 North Main Street. Open Tuesday through Saturday, it's your one-stop shop for African clothing, African masks, natural soaps, incense, candles, jewelry, and more. Plus, they've got a beautiful event space. Owned and operated by Baba Rutaski and Mama Neterma Canute. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the culture. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the movement. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the people.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to the House of Hathor's LIbation Liberation Lifestyle Ceremony, where we continue to bring forth a message from the ancestors that will continue to be the foundation of life that exists within us as well as without us. We want to make sure that we bring you the message from the ancestors that continues to be the foundation of our thoughts, our words, and our actions as we continue to submit, commit, and admit to our ancestors and to ourselves of everything that is required, everything that is needed for us to be the true vessels, altars, and their temples. And as they continue to enrich, increase, and enhance us, as we continue to bring forth everything that they have required us to bring, to manifest, to create, and to live in their likeness, to live in the spirit, the energy, and the soul of the great ancestor of all ancestors. As we acknowledge them, honor them, and venerate them on a daily basis, that we will be exactly where we need to be in all parts of our lives, in every area of people activity of our lives. And as we continue to honor our ancestors, as they continue to use us as the tools, as they use us as the instruments, as they use us as the institution and the industry and the environment, that it is in balance, it is in harmony, and it is in order with everything that they have manifested with us, for us, and through us. So let us bring the ancestors involved into this day. Let their energy, their spirit, and their soul navigate our lives each and every day. We call upon our ancestors far and near, fathers and mothers of our fathers, mothers and fathers of our mothers, to bear witness to all that we have done. And it is by your example that you continue to inspire us towards reclaiming our ancestral minds, regenerating our ancestral spirit, liberating our families, our homes, and our communities, and restoring our greatness as a people. We pour libation to bring into our midst your venerable ancestral spirit, radiating your great wisdom, your courage, your dedication, and your unyielding commitment to victory by any means necessary. It is in the honor of our Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, our mothers and fathers, our sisters and our brothers, our children and their children, our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, our aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and elders of the community, that we pour this libation in your honor, in the honor of our Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, and the various manifestations of the Creator Spirit. We pour libation. Ashe. For our esteemed ancestors, who laid the foundation for human civilization, and who provides the wisdom to which we live and the models by which our lives are guided, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors, who suffered the atrocities and the horrors of our Ma'afa, but yet demonstrated the victorious power of the ancestral spirit by maintaining their dignity no matter the cost, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who survived and made it possible for us to be here today, that we continue the fight of our ancestral liberation and our vindication, we pour libation. Ashe. And finally, for our children and their children and future generations of our ancestors to come, that they too in their time will vindicate our race from all adversaries, and that they will continue to imprint upon the world the great genius of our ancestral humanity, we pour libation. Ashe. May your venerable spirit engulf this occasion to reaffirm our ancestral canity. It is done, our great ancestor of all ancestors, is satisfied. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Dua Nater. So we say, Hotep, peace and power to you all this day, my brothers and sisters, as the ancestors continue to use us as the vessel, as their altar and their temple, to bring forth our truth and to live distinctively and intentionally in that truth. Because the justification of our lives is interdependent on that truth. And as we continue to stay aware, as we continue to sustain and maintain ourselves, as we continue to live in that truth, this is what we're going to speak about today, my brothers and sisters. We're talking about being proactive. We're talking about recognizing the interactive or the interventions that are taking place within us. Being proactive, interactive, and to be reactive into what life and nature brings to us as well. You see, those three things are happening to us on a daily basis. But what we're going to focus on today, my brothers and sisters, it is about being proactive. When we talk about being proactive, we're talking about the cleansing, the detaching of negative energies that we receive on a daily basis. How do we detach ourselves from that negative energy so that we can receive the information that the ancestors are giving to us on a daily basis? Because see, the only way that you're going to be able to recognize the information that's being transcended to you is if you are detached from negative energy that you absorb throughout your days, that you absorb through your thoughts, through your own words, as well as your actions, that you sometimes sway away from what the ancestors are giving to you. You see, that is when the interdependence, that is when the interaction with the ancestors take place as well. When they're interacting with us, they're also providing an intervention with us because they see that we have gone astray. They see where we are not living close to our intentions as we are supposed to be living because of choices that we make, because of decisions that we find ourselves being distracted or attracted to away from our true intentions. But when we're acting upon the proaction of our actions, that means that we're doing some preliminary things each and every day so that we can receive information, we can receive instruction, we can receive our enhancements, we can receive our enrichments, we can receive our increase each and every day once we have cleansed and absolved and detached ourselves from any energy or energies that we have received throughout our days. And you see, negative energy is always supplanting or implanting things around us so that we can become distracted. The smallest things can distract us and detract us and attract us away from our true selves. That is what's taking place on the outside of our vessel, our altar, and our temple. Those are all the things that man continues to throw at us, whether it be through the social media, the music, television, or even the physical life that is outside of us from different people that may come around us. Those are all attractions and distractions that are put there just so that you can become distracted from your intentions. And we have to detach. We have to cleanse. We have to absolve ourselves from those things so that we can stay focused on the goal, on our mission, on our vision. Because see, the vision is only an envision that comes to you first. It is the envision of our intentions that the ancestors are given to us. And as they give us that envision, that interview that we have of ourselves in our true reality, in our spiritual reality, that is what's supposed to be moving us towards everything that has been given to us. But there's always going to be attractions and distractions that are going to come at you just as strong as the ancestors are bringing to you your vision, your envision of yourself, or your inversion of yourself. Everything that we're speaking of when we're talking about the ancestors and we're talking about spirit, we're talking about what is inside of you. Those are the things that are internal. Those are the things that are intangible. And those are the things that are infinite. You see, there is no beginning and there is no end to your internal and your intangibles. That is why it's infinite. because your life is infinite. The spirit is infinite. The energy is infinite. And the soul is infinite that dwells within you. And as those things continues to bring balance, harmony, and order to your life, negative energy is also bringing distractions and attractions toward you so that it can sway you away, so you can become indifferent. And we don't want you to be indifferent. We want you to be interdependent. We want you to be interrelated. We want you to be interconnected. We want you to be interacting with your spirit, your energy, and your soul so that you can live in your truth, so that you can be justified in living your truth. And that reciprocity takes place only when propriety is the standard of living within you. This is what the ancestors is bringing to us today, and that is the purpose of being proactive. That means you're doing things ahead of time to make sure that you're receiving your blessings, to make sure that you're receiving your information and your instructions, so that knowledge and wisdom takes place, and that clarity and understanding brings you towards your truth. That is the only thing that clarity and understanding does for us. That the obstacles and the hurdles that may come our way, it is a natural obstacle and hurdle that we face, that we don't have to face what man is bringing to us through our distractions or the attractions. And the only thing that can bring to us is depression, oppression, and suppression. So we want to make sure we're living the life that we have been anointed and ordained to live by being proactive. And that is all we're speaking about today, but we're giving you all three ways that we're supposed to be acting or interacting with life and nature, with information and instruction, with spirit, with energy, and with soul that dwells within us. That is the breath of life that we have. This breath of life, it represents everything that is being given to us. And as we recognize our true inversion of ourselves, and we reflect upon that, and we project that lifestyle, that liberated lifestyle, by honoring our ancestors, by pouring the libation for them, that they will continue to strengthen our resolve. They will continue to empower us. They will continue to encourage us. They will continue to inspire us as we continue to be that vessel, altar, and temple of their great energy, spirit, and soul. So we give thanks to you for being a part of our libation ceremony this day. Let us continue to live, love, and learn our processes of life. Tomorrow we will speak more about being interactive. We will talk about what does that mean as it relates to the spiritualness of our vessel, our altar, and our temple. We leave you with this cleansing prayer that we want to make sure we give to you so that we may all be absolved of any energy or energies that we have absorbed throughout our days, throughout our weeks, throughout our months. So we say peace and power to you all this day. Be powerful, be empowered, be encouraged, be inspired through the spirit, the energy, and the soul of our ancestors. Ashe.
O great ancestor of all ancestors, we call upon you this day that you will cleanse us of all negative energies that surrounds us, that you will break all work of negative magic that is against us, that you will take away from us all envy, evil, bad luck, and invincible enemies, and that you will bring protection, peace, and prosperity into our lives, into the lives of our children, our children's children, and our children's children's children, into the lives of our families, our homes, and our communities. We now lovingly and peacefully retrieve our energy from all that we have communicated with. We send them their energy back and any energy or energies attached to them. We now cleanse, clear, close, and lock all gates, portals, and access points in the spirit of our ancestors and in the spirit and in the energy of our Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors. Ashe, 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 Ashe.